Can we talk about that term? Because I think most Americans believe that term fat is a negative and they shouldn't use it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I put it in the title of my book, to basically reclaim it and say, you know what, guys, like, I am fat.
The title of her book, by the way, is Moby Dick. Hey, do you guys remember this? What we're talking about this? Body positivity. Remember we've heard for years about fat pride? Like back when I was doing this on YouTube, like I'd say 2014 was when it was really at its peak. That's when we were at peak fat pride. We've been hearing for years.
Peak fat.
And I'll get to why it's dead now. Not to mention, I mean, not the least of which a lot of them are dead, actually dead. But it was a big thing and the movement's dying. Take a guess as to why. We were told forever that women are beautiful, healthy, and sexy at any size.
Amy Schumer has become the target for a few fat shamers out there in 2016, and the comedian isn't backing down from her message. Schumer posed with a picture of an underwear model with the caption, "Too blessed to be stressed," that she doesn't appear to share the same physique with the woman on the poster.
I've never seen magazine covers and seen music videos and been like, I need to look like that if I want to be a success. Never. I don't want to be some skinny mini with my out.
I like my body and I actually don't want to look emaciated.
Some people are just naturally thin, and some people have a different body. And the fact that we don't just say across the board that no matter what you look like is okay is incredibly hard, especially for young artists.
Can we talk about that term? Because I think most Americans believe that term fat is a negative and they shouldn't use it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I put it in the title of my book, to basically reclaim it and say, you know what, guys, like, I am fat.
The title of her book, by the way, is Moby Dick.
Won't be Dick for sure.
There are plenty of dudes chasing that.
What is that Moby Dick about? She ate a whale?
Jonah's just like, this bitch. No.
Can't call him fat. What are we supposed to call him? High calorie?
Yeah. By the way, you notice there was never really a thing for men. It was like, you can be fat and you can be attractive as a man if you're wildly successful, either rich, funny, you're in the Guinness Book of World Records for piercings or something. You got to bring something to the table. Well, we've noticed a distinct trend here. A lot of fat celebrity women, they got their hands on Ozempic and some of these new weight loss drugs. And all of a sudden, body positivity, it's dead. The body positivity trend, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Fat pride is not a thing anymore. Let's bring up some before and afters. All references available. Lizzo. Let's do it then and now. Yeah. Wow. There you go. And back then, she defiantly told People magazine, okay, we all know I'm fat. I know I'm fat. It doesn't bother me. I like being fat, and I'm beautiful, and I'm healthy. So can we move on? And by move on, she meant move on to Ozempic.
And slowly.
And lose the weight.
Glad she's finally moving somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. She was a ghostwriter for Tess Holliday's novel. In this version, the white whale is black. Mindy Kaling. Let's do then and now. Well, hey, hold on a second. Back then, she wrote, wear a bikini if you want to wear a bikini. You don't have to be a size 0. And I'm going to try and become a size 0 once I can get that in a pill.
Well, you should be comfortable in your body, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable in mine, but you look great like that.
Rules for thee, not for me. Kelly Clarkson. Let's go 2017 versus now.
Yeah, she's a pretty fat too, by the way.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, she was.
The point is not that these women were fat. The point is they were all saying it's great to be fat, it's healthy. And the minute there was an instant lose weight solution, they jumped on it. Not diet, exercise, screw that. But that's patriarchy. That's societal pressure. Take an injection or a pill? Well, no, I've changed my mind on that.
Speaking my language.
Yeah.
It was the minute they became healthy. They're like, ooh, this feels nice.
Feels nice.
I can breathe.
I don't need my CPAP.
Ooh.
My heart's not trying to kill me.
She wrote in Daily Mail, too skinny, too fat, too blonde, so much blah. This is who I am, and I'm happy. Happy looks different on everyone. Happy enough to take a drug to lose the weight that doesn't bother her. Demi Lovato, let's do 2019 versus now.
She needs to stop taking Ozempic now. Geez, she's starting to wither.
She wrote, this is my biggest fear. A photo of me in a bikini, unedited, about that big one back then. And guess what? It's cellulite. This is what I got. I want this new chapter in my life to be about being authentic to who I am rather than trying to meet someone else's standards. Ooh, unless it's a prescription. Nom, 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 nom.
Wait, I don't have to work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this just all was about being lazy.
That's what this is about. And this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Women don't want to get married. They want to leave. They'll tell you, go to Sri Lanka. I had a great time, even after they were sexually assaulted. The big difference between men and women. This is a very important difference. Women who know they're miserable. These women obviously weren't happy with their size. They were telling all other women. They were giving advice. It's fine. Be like me. Be your authentic self. When the second they could jump at the easy out to no longer be overweight, they took it. They were giving you advice, young women, to be as miserable as they were while telling you that they were happy. That's the problem. Ask a fat guy. He'll tell you, yeah, I got to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do got to lose some weight. We're going to get some of this Ozempic.
We could all use...
Oh, I'm not a rich celebrity. I could just buy all of it. Okay.
Oh, we can get on the black market.
We'll do it.
Oh, nice.
Meghan Trainor.
I don't want black Ozempic.
Meghan Trainor. Let's go 2019 to now. It's the incredible disappearing woman.
Jeez.
She's not about that base.
Look at that. And body positivity was even in all about that bass lyrics. It's, I'm bringing booty back. Go ahead and tell them skinny bitches that no, I'm just playing. I know you think you're fat, but I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top, except for the ones that the injections or pills shave off.
That's true. Those are bad inches.
And then this one is obviously very telling because she went from like cute, slim, young to land whale to now. Amy Schumer, 2015. Now, guys, you could have picked a much better pick. She was much more sizable than that. And she would get mad if anyone brought it up. She told Glamour back then, I have a belly and I have cellulite and I still deserve love. No one said you didn't deserve love.
Yeah.
Shut up. And to catch the old D and to not apologize. By the way, she doesn't want to apologize, but she did delete all of her fat pictures from Instagram.
Yeah, but
memory hold, all of it.
John Cena will never forget, though. He was in there.
Yeah.
Did she really say, and to catch the old D?
Yeah.
It's in there.
Do I know, am I reading that correctly?
Yes, you are reading that
She
correctly.
wants to catch a penis?
Yes.
So she can go to Sri Lanka and that guy, he's probably still there.
You don't even need to catch them. It's like fishing with dynamite. You have to swat them away. No. Are you sure? Stop. I deserve to catch that D.
I mean, the D's are being thrown. You just got to work them hands.
Think about that.
Catch
She
that
was
jumping
considered for
fish
Barbie
in the
at one point in that movie, I Feel Pretty. She's the leading sexy lady, and the equivalent male was John Cena. Think of what that man has to do to be considered attractive enough.
Wow.
Because no man will tell you, like, yeah, we're all of equal attractiveness. No, and these women were lying to you. Now, look, there are different body shapes and sizes. We get that. And of course, you deserve love. And of course, if you're a little bit bigger, or maybe you're a little bit thinner, you deserve love. The point is being healthy. And if you are healthy, if you take these steps, if you exercise properly, if you eat within the bounds of nutrition, I don't mean anything extreme. Eat good food when you're hungry and stop before you're entirely full. Watch your calories in, calories out. You will be within the bounds of health. And that could be a little bit bigger. That could be a few sizes bigger. It could be a few sizes smaller. That's not what we were talking about here. We were talking about entitled women who let themselves go, who put in no effort and fixed it with a pill or a subcutaneous injection. By the way, they've all come together for a new coming of age movie. So yeah, that's going to be all of these women. All of them. And these people were held out as a model, right? They were giving interviews and glamour on Megyn Kelly back then when she was doing that thing. She was on that side of the fence. Doing all these write-ups, all of these features. No. We need to change society. We need to let women know that we're happy, we're healthy, and the second they could get out of it, the lazy way, they did. The one exception, and so I respect this, Lena Dunham. Before and after is, go to the now. It's pretty much...
Oh, jeez.
Get that broad some Ozempic.
I don't think it's working.
Can I get any of that big pharma money? Ozempic. Not for me, but for her.
Ooh, Lena Yum Yum.
I'll just be a pusher for her. And she is preparing for her new role, however, in the upcoming Wizard of Oz redo.
Oh, yeah.
I, your wizard, Paradua ad Alta, am about to embark upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere.
You know where that one was going.
By the way, I'm always amazed if anyone is still listening on audio, and I know a lot of you are truck drivers. You miss a lot.
Yeah.
It was worth the price of admission alone. And it's free, unless you're a Rumble Premium member, which, by the way, we don't get to do any of the free stuff, so I encourage you to please join Rumble Premium right there. Mug Club is Rumble Premium is Mug Club. None of this happens. No foreign dollars, no nonprofit dollars, no corporate overlords. I own everything you see here, this company, and you can try it for $9 a month, but you don't get the mug. You get everything ad-free and 100% more show. So these women, and this is important because I have a son and I have a daughter. And I often think about this when I look at the messages that they're going to be bombarded with. He is going to be bombarded with guilt through no fault of his own because he was born a white male. She is going to be bombarded with praise through no effort of her own because she is a woman. She's beautiful, she's brave, she's perfect the way that she is. He needs to check his privilege. Actually fill out a form checking his privilege. He needs to right the wrongs of the past. And the same applies to weight. Young men are not being hit with, you're healthy at any size. I would actually argue the body image issue is probably much more severe for men. If you look at the cover of men's magazines, these are bodies that occur nowhere in nature.
And no one looks at a fat woman and says, like a man doesn't look at a fat woman and go, I don't know if she could protect me.
Right. Yeah, it's a good point.
Women look at a fat man, they go, guy, no, he doesn't have endurance, doesn't take care of himself. I need a strong man to take care of me. That's not what we look at women and say.
Yeah. Well, the male fitness influencers will lie to young men about the anabolic steroids they're taking in order to try and portray themselves as working really, really hard. It's just hard work. It's just lifting heavy, eating right, and good sleep. And that's the standard that young men feel unrealistically they have to live up to. Women, and the female influencers, will lie to young women in doing nothing and living a life of slothfulness to convince them that, by the way, all of this is okay and we're just as healthy sitting on the couch. Two very, very different standards. Even if you look at our cartoons, think about like young women, whatever it is that they were watching, Barbie, they go, oh, the hip waist. Okay, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. He-Man? I mean, Ninja Turtle, what we watch, Superman? These are unrealistic portrayals of masculinity. And I would say that with women, what we've experienced recently is unhealthy portrayals of femininity. And the second these women, and these weren't just women who happened to be big, this was their cause. This was their raison d'etre. The second they were given an out that didn't take the work, boom, they took it. And they're going to gaslight you and try and memory hole it and just, or they'll say, I'm just doing this for me. The whole through line here is being happy in your own skin. Well, if you were happy in your own skin, you wouldn't have lost 60 pounds of it.
Yeah. By the way, it's such a double standard. I'm just thinking of the example of Alex Jones, right? So when Alex went through his transformation recently, where he just lost a ton of weight, was hitting the gym, he had videos of himself doing it. What was the critique that people gave him? You just took Ozempic.
Right.
That's literally the critique that people gave him, was like, oh, you just did it with Ozempic. You would never hear somebody just saying, oh, you just did it with Ozempic, generally speaking, to women who lose weight. Right? You would never go, oh, that doesn't. When all we're saying is, like, you guys were pushing it as it was healthy and fun and you were having your best life and you're not being really honest with people. That's our problem with that. But you don't make that same thing. Why? It's because of the hard work. You don't want to admit there is hard work involved, and that's what it takes. And that's what Alex put in. And he had to put the videos out.
And if a man uploads it as inspiration, that's just narcissistic. A woman uploading a self-glamour picture, by the way, for validation when she's put in no work whatsoever, is the beauty of femininity.
It's power.
And imagine if young girls listen to this. Imagine if young girls listened to all these women then. How would they feel? Hey, how would they feel now? If you're a woman right now, comment below. Are you overweight? Did you feel like these were comrades in arms? Do you feel like they kind of hung you out to dry a little bit?
I would feel like they kept me complacent.
Yep.
That they gave me that confidence boost to be like, okay, yeah, no, I'm doing good. I wake up one morning, I go, man, I really should lose some of this weight. I should go on a run. I should really eat a better breakfast. Well, you know what? I am all about that base.
Yeah.
You know what? I am beautiful, and this is healthy.
Right.
I mean, if Lizzo's healthy, I'm healthy. Yeah. Surely.
She was all about that bakery. And here's an example of how to do it well. And this took place before Ozempic. Lost 300 pounds. And again, I think deserves credit. Wow. It's a very inspirational story. And you know what? You could follow his lead. If he can do it, anyone can. Ethan Suplee, the actor who you've seen in a lot of films, My Name is Earl. And he was very open about it.
Ethan Suplee details his stunning body transformation. 2 decades after his breakthrough roles in Remember the Titans and Boy Meets World, the actor is now showing off a dramatically slimmer figure.
Jeez.
And you know what? I guarantee he'll tell you he has some loose skin because he lost so much weight. That's what we're talking about, is you can love your body now, despite its flaws. Scars, right? Sunspots, moles, maybe a birthmark. You have loose skin because you lost weight. Those are battle scars that show you put in the effort. You can only love your body if you have loved your body enough to take care of it, enough to be disciplined. And here's the thing. With a guy like that, you'll see it in every facet of his life. Ozempic doesn't build discipline. And so young women who didn't have a champion before, because misery loves company, and they were being given horrible advice, they still don't have one now because these women aren't championing discipline and what it takes to lose weight, which it has always taken since the beginning of time up until a few years ago. And this isn't me being anti-Ozempic, by the way. I think we're waiting for some data to come in, but overall, if you can lose billions of pounds in this country, that would probably reduce the burden on our healthcare system.
Yeah,
and
I don't think we need to shame people for using it.
No, absolutely not.
Because that is a problem. That you'll look at a guy who uses Ozempic and you go, well, he cheated. He's kind of a puss. He didn't do it the right way.
Right.
And yeah, sure, he cheated a little bit, but I imagine it's hard. I haven't taken Ozempic. But I heard it reduces your hunger, and I'm convinced that my hunger is insatiable, and it would not work for me.
Right?
Let's try it. Let's see.
Yeah,
we'll just hook you up to an Ozempic drip and just see if you get the munchies or not.
I got a guy.
Yeah, of course, Toolman does. Yeah, it's if you want to use it as a tool. Even if you look at, by the way, and I hate it when people out there, men who are bodybuilders or action stars who take steroids and lie about it. Like, remember The Rock? He's like, I touched it once in college and I was terrified.
Yeah,
right.
Sure you did.
You're 50 years old, 30 pounds of additional muscle and leaner than when you were 30.
How does that happen?
Yeah. How does that happen? No, I don't like that, obviously. But even with that being said, it is a tool. Someone like The Rock, someone like Arnold, they've had to put in a lot of work and a tool to reach super physiological doses of these anabolics or sort of superhuman-like physiques that occur nowhere in nature. You add anabolic steroids, but you add anabolic steroids to a lot of work. Now, you'll still gain muscle. You'll look better if you just take steroids and do nothing, but you won't look like The Rock. Right. You won't look like Arnold. You won't look like that Jack Reacher guy who also says that he doesn't do anything.
That's true.
So I don't like the lying on either side of it, but there's a difference between using something like this. And hey, you know what? Talk with your doctor. Maybe Ozempic is something that makes sense. I don't know. I have no experience with it. I don't know how bad the side effects are. My point is I'm not anti that. I'm anti-lying to people in order to make yourself feel better. And we've had that a lot. These people, and you can apply it across the board as far as mental health. Whatever prescription is offered by leftist celebrities, the opposite of that is the right thing to do. Go to therapy, and you've seen The Social Worker, right? In a recent Change My Mind. Well, who do you think dominates these fields? Go do this. You know what? Be a part of this kind of support group. It's probably a propaganda group. You know what? Be happy with your physique and love yourself no matter what size you are. Do the opposite of what they tell you, and you will probably be better off. It's not a hard and fast rule for everything. Generally speaking, they're simply trying to make you as miserable as they are. And make no mistake, these people are wealthy, they're famous, and they're miserable. How does that happen? A lifetime of bad choices, and it doesn't stop them from dispensing advice. So fat pride, officially dead, but better than these people dying, which is what was bound to happen.
Absolutely. Well, and I think too, like we've decoupled from this idea of shaming people and some kind of, I'm going to use the word bullying, not complete bullying, but like poking. Like when I wore jeans that had the fleur-de-lis on the back.
Yes, I did make fun of
proper bullying that took place.
And those
but that
affliction
came from a
shirts.
friend. That didn't come from a stranger. When it comes from a stranger, it's uncalled for.
Right.
Well, but so yes and no, Josh. So here's the thing. So in school, it comes from strangers sometimes. People that are not necessarily your friends. We had a society that would encourage in different ways. And yes, sometimes that got out of control. And that was what we were trying to fix. Instead, we killed the entire thing. Right. And so now everything was fine and nobody could say anything about you, including doctors. You couldn't have a doctor tell you, hey, you need to lose some weight. Does that make any sense?
That's not bullying.
That's over. I'm not talking about. Yeah, but I'm not talking about just.
He's talking about the societal pressure to make fat pride accepted across the board, where doctors can't even go, hey, what's your, okay, so male and according to the chart, obese. Like actually identify as a woman. Okay. And all bodies are beautiful. Whatever. There's a jar of pills. Take whatever you want.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about like actual like bullying, like beating people up. I'm saying like the ribbing that you get from people. It's like the beginnings of bullying stages that we had, and they just killed all of it.
It's this simple. You don't insult people for being imperfect, okay? No. People are different. People come in all shapes and sizes. And by the way, there is a pretty significant variance in what can be considered healthy. That doesn't stop you from having the ideal. And that doesn't make you hypocritical. In other words, if you say, hey, that's probably how a man should look, or that's probably how a woman should look if they're considered the picture of health, it's not hypocritical to say, yeah, I agree with that, and I could stand to lose a few.
Yeah.
That's okay. Instead, we went to everything is equal, and it's not. It's not according to your blood work, your lipids, according to the blood pressure monitor. It is not according to your blood sugar levels. It is not all equal. And we were advising you, and I was constantly told that I was mean. I've never just gone after someone for being fat, but someone who has advocated for it deserves to be bullied, because them being bullied, them being made fun of is far better for young people out there who may, God forbid, actually take their advice.
Absolutely right on that.
Yeah. You can have an ideal.
They're influencing a whole culture.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
And it's the same thing, by the way, on the flip side.
There's responsibility to that. You have to be held accountable, for sure.
I can't tell you how many fake supplement companies out there where it's like, the guy goes, I take this and that's do this and you'll look like me. It's like, tell them about the trend that you're taking. How about that? Fat, vagina, is exactly what I would say if I wasn't here on YouTube. So go and subscribe on Rumble. Same channel where free speech is actually alive and well. Or you can stay here and the